Hey Unbox, John Yavis here. A few days ago, we gave you our lightning review for the ASUS Zenfone 3. Today, we're going to be sharing our full review for the hotly anticipated smartphone. So, without further ado, this is our full Zenfone 3 review. My name is John Yavis Unbox. Before we begin, let's take a look at the full specs of the Zenfone 3. ASUS has ditched the all-plastic build of the previous Zenphones and settled with a more premium glass and metal build, and it absolutely looks incredible. The original engineering units impressed us when we first saw them in Taipei, and when we got the final review sample, we were blown away by the premium quality of the design. The phone is slim and sleek, measuring at just 7.7mm thick. A metal frame sandwiched in Gorilla Glass 3 gives the device that undeniably premium feel and makes it feel like a phone that carries a premium price tag. With the new materials come a new design language, at least for the Zenfone 3. Gone is the rear key setup of old, replaced by a more traditional side-mounted power and volume key. Instead of the rear key, there's now a fingerprint scanner located right below the 16-megapixel rear camera. That camera protrudes slightly from the body, making it impossible to lay the phone completely flat on any surface. ASUS has removed the trademark Zen-inspired finish that previously graced the chin of their phones and relocated it on the back, though it's only really noticeable when light hits it the right way. Up top, you'll see the audio jack, while down on the bottom of the phone, you'll see the new USB Type-C connector. Overall, the new design direction for the Zenfone 3 gives the phone a very premium feel, despite being harder to hold on to because of its completely flat body. It's a head-turner for sure, and can easily go head-to-head with other offerings of more premium brands as far as design is concerned. The 5.5-inch Full HD Super IPS Plus display has been lovingly coated with 2.5D Gorilla Glass 3. There's also a smaller variant of the Zenfone 3 that sports a 5.2-inch display dubbed the ZE520KL. No matter what version you get, the display is vivid, has excellent saturation levels, and color reproduction. Viewing angles are very generous as well. No matter what screen size of the Zenfone 3 you get, you'll be getting a phone that's powered by Qualcomm's newest Snapdragon 625 octa-core processor that's paired with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of expandable storage. Now, there's a little controversy regarding the perceived performance of the Snapdragon 625 in Antutu. The phone received lower than expected marks, especially considering the performance of possibly cheaper smartphones like the Helio X20 powered M1. Now, while that may be true, synthetic benchmarks aren't the only measure of a phone's performance. That holds true for the Zenfone 3 as well. While it doesn't top Antutu's benchmark scores, the Adreno 506 GPU on the 625 is more than enough to take your Android gaming experience to the next level. No matter what game we installed on the Zenfone 3, it handled it like a boss, giving us buttery smooth gameplay without any trace of lag. If there's one thing we absolutely hate with the Zenfone 3, it's the Zen UI, ASUS overlay for Android, now in its third iteration. While Zen UI adds new functionality to vanilla Android, it usually comes with tons and tons of bloatware that slow down the phone, and that's still the case with the Zenfone 3. Before we even installed our favorite apps, there were already a bunch of unwanted stuff on the phone when we got it, which is kind of mildly infuriating. The fingerprint scanner is quick and easy to use, and the rectangular shape gives even more real estate for the phone to accurately read your digits. Sound from the speaker is good, but distorts a little bit on higher volumes. Call quality is excellent, and the radio performance of both the LTE and GPS is phenomenal. One of the biggest weaknesses of the Zenfone series of phones was the camera, specifically in low-light situations. That's no longer the case. The Zenfone 3 comes packing a 16-megapixel Sony IMX298 rear camera with an f2.0 aperture, 4-axis OIS, 3-axis EIS, 6-element lens, laser autofocus, phase detection autofocus, and continuous focus. That's a heck of a lot of optical technologies thrown in, and the overall result is better for it. With so much focus tech built into the phone, the Zenfone 3 locks onto subjects rather quickly, ensuring clear photos. The Zenfone 3 also has image stabilization technologies built in that eliminates shakes from videos. Overall, the Zenfone 3's camera prowess is impressive and is certainly a huge upgrade from the previous iteration. Battery life is increasingly one of the biggest things that most users look for a phone nowadays, and the Zenfone 3 managed to exceed our expectations in that regard. While the phone only has a 3000 mAh battery, in our battery tests, it performed beautifully, lasting an astounding 11 hours and 16 minutes in PCMark battery benchmark. That amounted to more than a full day of use, with a little left over once a working day ends, which hasn't always been the case with other more expensive phones. After all that's said and done, the Zenfone 3 is one of the best phones that ASUS has ever produced. It's easy to make a great looking, a great performing phone, but to make one with a price tag that's supposed to be under 20,000 pesos, that's the real challenge. While ASUS hasn't released pricing for the Zenfone 3 yet, if they follow international pricing, then there's a lot of value to be had for the phone, since we expect the Zenfone 3 to retail at around 18,000 to 17,000 pesos for the larger 5.5-inch variant that we reviewed. That's pretty much it for this full review of the ASUS Zenfone 3. We do not know the pricing for the Zenfone 3 yet. We will update this video once they release the price in about a week. Thank you very much. If you liked that video, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions about the Zenfone 3, just put them down below. We'll try to get to them as soon as we can.